we have sometimes we have on the body we have high pressure area. We need to check this area, and we need to check if we have any bony prominence. This is bony prominence or high risk area around the medical devices. This area is called what? You have like special term, pre-stage 1. This is what is called pre-stage 1. And all high risk area, the bony prominence. Okay, this is area around medical devices. This is pre-stage 1. Yeah, and what do you mean by pre-stage 1? There is no pressure ulcer, but this area is high risk to develop pressure ulcer. If you have bony prominence at the coccyx, okay, this, do you know what is mean by bony prominence? Okay. If you have this bony prominence in the coccyx, this means what? Pre-stage 1, and this is high prone to develop what? Pressure ulcer. Okay, this is called the medical devices. Medical devices, the area around medical devices. Patient with restraint, the area around the restraint is what? High risk. This is pre-stage 1. Patient with endotracheal tube, the lips. Today I got the medical device, the holders. We're requesting the holders because we have like some holders make pressure ulcer on the lips because the holder will change the holders. Okay, with the endotracheal tube. Yesterday we have cases in ICU. We have the patient has total knee and there is abduction pillow. Okay, and this abduction is between the leg and there is like pressure ulcer. This pressure ulcer that's related to the medical device because of this pillow. Okay, and we are going to change this pillow. Even Madam Teresa, she came today and we checked together. We are going to change this pillow because this pillow is staff. Okay, not foam. Okay, we are going to request to change this. For this also, I told the staff, you have this area, you have that pillow, or you have the chest. We need to apply prophylactic dressing because if you pillow between the legs, okay, this is abduction pillows between the legs, and there is friction. The patient moving his, and this is staff, it's hard. Then there is like two inner thigh, bilateral. We have that blister. Okay, this is because of the medical, not its pressure related. It is medical devices related. Okay, of course we have to apply what? We have to apply deodorant from beginning. We have to apply what? Deodorant because of as prophylactic dressing. The same of the cabbage patient. Sometimes cabbage patient we put like chest band. It is very tight. صح? Correct? Also we are going to start what put the deodorant. We put the deodorant on the chest in order to also, this is high risk area because of the chest band because it's too much tight in the chest. Okay, we discussed with the cardiac surgery. Okay, to apply this deodorant before applying the. This is a prophylactic. This is the assessment. Okay, this is the assessment. We put okay, this is too much tight. Maybe the patient develop pressure ulcer. Tight. Now also any patient going to OR, and we know that this patient is staying on the OR more than 3 hours. Like for example, cabbage patient. Okay, and maybe later we'll add to the surgery safety tool that from the unit 2, unit 5. Okay, we need to apply deodorant. And even in the OR, general OR or the cardiac OR, they are asking the staff from the unit about the deodorant where in the coccyx. No pressure ulcer, no even maybe bony prominence. But this patient, even the oriented or the ambulated patient, okay, if you stay on the hard table for 5 or 6 hours, of course the patient will develop. That's why it is on the additional risk factor. OR cases more than 3 hours. So any patient go to OR and this OR for more than 3 hours, the nurse has to apply deodorant on the coccyx area, okay, in order to avoid any. And better than or more effective than the cure, especially on the pressures. To prevent is better for us to cure, and I think it is more easy for us than okay. Cure takes time, and also more cost and more pain for the patient, and also maybe the patient will stay in the hospital more time because خلاص, maybe the primary diagnosis the patient came because of it is خلاص fixed and the patient cured from it. Now we have another reason for the patient to stay in the hospital because of the pressures and the pain and the cost and the stay. Maybe this patient, his family has, this patient has work, he has to go to his family. Only because what? We are not doing our job. Correct? We are not doing our job. And it's happened. It's happened with one patient. His problem already fixed. Now, 2 or 3 times admitted again to our hospital because of the infected patients. And 2 or 3 times he did surgery, surgical debridement, only because of patients. Any pressure ulcers equal bad nursing care. No any other explanation, no any other need. Bad nursing. Okay? Head to toe assessment, check the high pressure area. You have the pre-stage 1 means we have to apply the prophylactic dressing. We have to deoderm, we have to check, don't forget the heel. Okay? We have the fleshy boot or you have the heel protector, we have to apply. And if there is not available, we need always to make the floating here. Check frequently the area around medical devices. Chest tube, you have an epic line, a Foley catheter, an NG tube, okay? This is the head to toe. Again and again, head to toe assessment. Remove, check around what we have here, what we have, Foley, move, there is something around. Restrain, feel pressure ulcer, feel in the fingers, in the toes, like this. This is the assessment. This is the assessment. High risk area have to be okay. Here we have one prominence. The skin is fragile here. Okay, we have to do something. This one. Okay, we can put you there. Okay. This patient is when you assist your patient, moisture, in the breathing. Okay, like moisture because of what? This moisture. This moisture because of fecal or urinary incontinence. Or if the patient has fistula and there is like discharge or oozing or leakage from this fistula. Okay, but you know sometimes you have something called IAD. Incontinent associated dermatitis. Incontinent associated dermatitis. Incontinent associated dermatitis sometimes or most of the time lead to pressure injury. You start like incontinence IAD, then after that becomes what? Pressure. Now if you are not assessing your patient and you are not applying, first of all you have to assess. You have to discover that your patient is urinary, okay, patient is urinary incontinence and fecal incontinence, and you are only cleaning the patient. Then after 2 or 3 days you see that there is massive skin irritation or sometimes dermatitis, and it continues like this, the patient has pressure ulcer. Okay? The last week we attended like symposium or lecture on the media about only IE by the 3M company, about only about the IAD and what about the fecal and urinary incontinence and what we can do to avoid this one, because most of the cases of the IAD lead to pressure. Okay, that's why we have the barriers. We have to apply what? The barriers. If you are not applying these barriers, of course this patient will develop this dermatitis and of course pressure ulcer. And this, we have these barriers. We are using the baby oil before we have the pseudocreme. before we applying pseudo-cream or the Avalon, but we stopped at this one because the pseudo-cream or silver oxide. Applying this sometime will take, if you are going to remove it's like paste, okay, and it's too much sticky to the skin. When you are going to remove this, okay, sometimes you need wrapping. Then after that you have skin peel or pressures. Okay, we put to avoid skin injury, but when you are going to remove those pressure. The Avalon also we stop it because we have alcohol, and alcohol makes more dry on the skin. That's why we have now the baby oil, and you applying, and it is you have good results. Okay, baby oil, all patient in the ICU, or bedridden patient with incontinence, or even without incontinence, we apply what the baby oil in the groin area to avoid any. And any patient with urinary incontinence or in the fecal incontinence, you have to clean the patient as soon as on time. Okay. Other thing is related to that. Sometimes the obese patient we have skin fold. Okay. Skin fold, like also the female for the under the breast. Also, we have some even some incidents about the skin injury also. Okay, that's why this part again and again part of the head-to-toe assessment. Because during you assessing your patient, when you check that there is physical fall, what you can do? Yeah, this alarm, physical fall. Okay, what you can do because we friction, we friction. This is friction. We have them in the breathing. We have friction, shear and the friction. If you have this shear and the friction, then we have this. We have to do something. What we can do for the skin fold in the groin area, okay, in the breast, what we can do?
Lotion.
Barrier. We have to put what? Apply barrier, or we can put what? Deodorant. Also, we are in the ICU applying what? Deodorant in the skin fold. We put the deodorant as a prophylactic to avoid this friction. This is how we can discover all these things. By what? Assessment. If you are not doing assessment, you will not discover the high risk area, and of course you will not put the intervention to prevent this injury. Plus, also if the injury happens, if you are not making this head-to-toe assessment in correct way, you are not discover that there is pressure injury. And it's happening. Many times we receive patient, even sometimes you transfer patient also. Okay, when the other unit or the ICU assist the patient, there is pressure outside, but the other unit they don't, because there is no accurate head-to-toe assessment. Really, I thought, even telling the staff, maybe during your shift you admit to a patient, you discharge to the patient, you have patient code, and you do fantastic. Next shift, when you assist your patient, so there is like any sports, okay, but you didn't report. Maybe you see, you see it, but you didn't report. Nobody will look what you did. You will look to this one. You will tell you didn't make it. This is part of your job. And small pressure injury you have to report, because if you will not report the next shift, if you are not report during your shift, the next shift will report. Okay, the pain will come to you twice, because there is no head-to-toe assessment and there is no report. There is no any incidents. If you are not reporting any incident happening with you during your shift, the other shift will better for you to assess, and if you have any, you have to take the results. Okay. Then now come to the stages. Okay, what are the stages of pressure injury? What do you mean by stage 1?
In the skin.
redness. Type. Redness. Okay? Type. What type? How can any redness? It is stage 1. Any redness?
No.
How can differentiate the redness which is pressure injury stage 1 and from the other redness?
Cannot.
Then if you have redness here, what you have to do? You have to press. Press and remove that. Okay. If return white, this is called what? It's called blanching. White blanch, called blanching. Okay. If we press and not return white, still red, this is called what? Non-blanchable. That's why stage 1 is called what? Non-blanchable erythema. Okay, non-blanchable erythema. Okay, press back to white. This is called blanchable. This is not pressure. If not return white, it's called non-blanchable. This is the stage 1. Now, what about the hyperpigmented skin? It's like black. Okay, then what? It's not return white. صح? How can they differentiate it? When you press, when you remove your press, then you check that the color of this area is different from the surroundings. Okay? It's different from the surrounding area. Then this means it is non-blanchable. Non-blanchable is the pressure because blanchable is white. Blanchable is white. White means it is the normal color. Okay? Non-blanchable is the pressure injury. Okay? For stage 1. Okay? In our protocol, we have protocol, see here also. In our protocol, it's always stage 1 is managed by the nurse. No need to refer to the nurse. You can manage by the nurse, and we have also what we have to do. If you have stage 1, means what? What you have to do for that? If you have any, like stage 1, where is stage 1? In the box. What you have to do for that?
Change position.
Clean.
Okay. We'll continue because not only because now if you have pressure at stage 1, we have to make change position. Okay. We'll continue turning as scheduled. Okay. Then apply builder. That's why we are not waiting always by the assessment. Okay, we have to discover that this area is risk to develop pressure injury. That's why you have to apply deodorant before the. But how we can do? Only if you make a head-to-toe assessment, we can discover this area that is high risk, and then we can apply deodorant. Not waiting until we have this stage 1, then after that we are going to make that intervention, correct? And then, of course, with any stage, if you have any stage 1 or 2 or any stage, not allowed to turn the patient on any stage. And if you have toxic stage 1, don't put patient in supine position. You have put right and no back position. That's why during now we have no back position for this patient. Only right and left. And of course we have to assess frequently, and we need to report, and we need to make the documentation. We have to initiate OBR about this one for investigation. Okay? And we have to apply what? Do you? Okay, and frequent assessing, and we have to take the balance and the width of this pressure, because it's redness. Maybe this redness increase or decrease. Okay, but stage 2, is there any skin break on the skin is intact? صح? طيب. Stage 2 في skin break. We start now stage 2 في skin break. طيب. Dermis and epidermis. طيب. Is there any subcutaneous tissue in stage 2?
No.
في any slough tissue. Okay, في tunneling or undermining in stage 2. What do you mean by undermining or tunneling or sinus tract? Tunneling or sinus tract, it's the same meaning. Tunneling or sinus tract, and you have something called undermining. Okay, undermining means what? Like, and give you a picture. Undermining, you have like hole inside the base of the wound. You have hole, small hole, but you don't know what is underneath these holes. Huh? You don't know, like iceberg, okay, and you don't know what you have underneath this iceberg. Okay, the hole, you don't know what is you have underneath this hole. Okay, then you put what? Cotton applicator. Then you go inside. Okay, when you go inside, go until reach what? Resistant. When you reach it, go right and left. You see it is in one direction. It is in one direction. This is called what? Tunneling, or it's called sinus tract. Yani sinus tract is tunneling with one direction. Tunneling with one direction. Like example, you have here the wound. This is index skin, huh? This is the pressure acid. Here under the index skin, you have like small hole here. You put the applicator, go and reach the resistance. Okay? This is what, it's in one direction. You go right, left, no space. In one direction. This is called what? Sinus tract. We have holes inside. Tunnel. Okay? This is called what? Sinus tract. The undermining, you have this hole here, and you put the cotton applicator and reach the resistance, you stop and go what? Right to left. You see that there is space. Many direction. Undermining, many direction. The tunneling or sinus tract, one direction. Even when you are, if you check in the documentation wound assessment, you have to check the location and the depth. The location and the depth. This is the wound, okay? This is the wound. Always when you check the location, we have to follow something called o'clock measure. What do you mean by o'clock measure? When you look to the wound, you have to look at the wound that you have watch in the wound. Watch, okay? This is the wound, okay? To look at the wound that we have watch. What do you mean by watch? What do you have what we have inside the watch? Numbers, huh? Then you have what?
12.
12.
1, 2.
1, 2, you have 6, you have here 9, and you have here 3. Huh? You look to the wound like this. Always 12 is head of the patient. Yeah, in any area on the body, 12 is head of the patient. It's 6 foot of the patient. Except on the sole, in the sole down, the 12 is
toe.
the toe, and 6 the heel, except that one. And all other parts, the 12 is head of the patient, 6 is the feet of the patient. If I have this hole here in the base of the wound and go down, and it's in one direction, then like, okay, how can I take the depth of the sinus tract? If I put cotton applicator, go and reach the resistance, then take like this and take the measure. This is the depth of the sinus tract. Now what about the location? Because in the documentation we have to measure the location. What about the location? Where the location of this one? If you see where the location? Here we have 12, 11. Here 10. So, then we put here what? 10 o'clock. The next shift when you come read your documentation, 10. When you go to the patient, we'll check here, okay, there is a sinus tract here. This is 10. Correct? This is 11. Maybe you have another hole, it's here. The same, take the depth and the location. Where the location? 6. Then put 6 o'clock. means at 6 here we have that sinus. Okay. What about the undermining? Undermining means what? In many direction. In many direction. Like you have here pressure ulcer. Okay. Always يعني put the picture of the undermining. You know there is mountain and you have what? Cave. صح? Inside under the. This is the undermining. You have here the pressure ulcer, and here you have under the index skin you have what? Space. Mean the wound extend under the index skin, but this is the skin is flat. Okay, and the undermining coming under the skin. It is in many directions. We are going to take the location of the undermining, we have to take by interval. What do you mean by interval? Because it's many directions. Sometimes you have like I have patient before in ICU, like you have the undermining. We have undermining, but the undermining is 12 to 12. What do you mean by 12 to 12? All this area, when we put applicator, the skin, the interskin move. And we put the applicator, all this area you have moved under the index skin. Then it is from 12, means all this area under this index skin we have wound. All this area, all this we have undermined. That it's mountain and cave, and this is undermined. You imagine the picture, okay? And always clockwise. When you imagine measuring what? Clockwise. Do you know what the clockwise? This is clockwise, and this one anti-clockwise. Always measure like clockwise. Okay. Then in the documentation we measure 6 to 12. 6 to 12 means only on this area we have under mining. This area only from here to here. Maybe this area from 12 to 6. From here. Not like this. 12 to 6, yani this area. Clear? Undermining. Always, if you have undermining or if you have sinus tract, okay, we are going to take the make dressing. Always you have to pack. What do we pack? Gauze and put soak it with solution. We are using the actolin, for example, or maybe there's another like maple or. Okay, we need to soak this gauze with actolin. Okay, then put inside the. Yeah, don't leave dead space. Don't leave what? Dead space. Yeah, if you have hole here, don't put the deodorant, and under the deodorant we have dead space. Always we need to fill the space by soft, not dry gauze. Soft gauze. Okay, this is undermining and sinus. Then back to the stage 2. No undermining, no sinus tract.
The gauze, how can the lesion come out? كيف حيلتئم الجرح بعدين لو حطينا جوز؟
لما انت الجوز you have to apply the gauze in the hole, صح؟ طب how come this wound is healed if there is no treatment? You are not putting any actolin gel or any maple or any gel on this wound. Yeah, if you put only the deodorant on the top, then there is no treatment.
بس هذا يعني temporary ولا؟
No, under the wound is here. Under the wound is here. Okay? Yeah, you have like here undermining. You have undermining here. Put the gauze, soak it with actolin, and put inside.
How frequently we change this?
لا هو ليش
This wound we are for because it depends on the type of the dressing that we have. We have the deodorant. We have two types of deodorant. We have the transparent and we have the non-transparent. Transparent means if you apply the deodorant, you can tell as visual what's under the deodorant. Then this one we can keep for 3 days. Okay. The other one, which is not transparent, we have to change every 24 hours because we need to assess.
لا أنا ما أقصد إنه إحنا نخلي الجوز جوا صح؟ لازم نملاها بالجوز.
نملاها بالجوز بس soaked جوز مش dry.
أيوة.
Not dry.
إحنا إذا خلينا الجوز جوا كيف حيلتئم الجرح؟ وفي حاجة جوا.
Yes, but this one we have to type. How can this wound be healed if there is no treatment?
Yeah, if we put the treatment and remove the gauze, it will be related to it.
Yes, but this one you are changing. يعني if there is يعني الجرح ما راح يلتئم انه
وقت قليل انا عارف.
وقت قليل صح؟
أيوة،
يعني انت بس تشيل الجوز يعني هو طلع شويه جوز يعني يبلش يسكر الفراغ شايف؟ هذا الجوز مش حيمنع
ما حيعمل.
متخيل؟ We are changing frequently the code. We are not keeping for 1 week. The dressing we are changing every 24.
بس انا واكس ما حيمنع.
Will not will affect the wound or the hole with the gauze. This not this not يعني prevent the healing of the wound. Okay? Will not prevent the healing of the wound. It's the question: if you put this gauze, how come this wound will become here? If you put this gauze, no, will not affect. Okay? Because you are changing frequently. Right. Next. Stage. For the stage 2, sometimes you have a blister. The blisters, which is intact, sometimes intact. What do you mean by it? Not fracture, and filled with the fluid. Okay, it's also stage 2. Any blisters, rupture, open or close, it is stage 2. Any blister is stage 2. Okay. Right. Next. The same for the stage 2. When you apply deodor, you have the actinic gel. According to our protocol, we have actinic gel. We have to clean this actinic solution. First, we have to clean by actinic solution. Actinic solution not available. We have to clean by normal saline. Then we have to apply what? Actinic gel. Okay, and we put what? Deodor. If the wound is superficial, and most of the time, the stage 2, the wound is superficial, no need to apply gauze. No need to apply gauze. We have to apply the deodorant directly on them. No need for gauze. It's superficial. We apply only the packing gauze only to avoid the dead space. And if you have hole, you have dead space, you have to pack the otherwise no need to put what? The gauze. Actually, then put what? The deodorant. Next, of course, the same. You have to continue turning. Okay, not put the patient on in the same on the if the seizure on the fixed. Don't put the patient supine position, foot right and left. Okay, and this point also, when we are going to turn the patient from side to side, only we need to assess the side that we are going to position the patient on. Yeah, for example, if you are going to position the patient on right side, first you have to assess this right side. If this right side there is any edema, there is any redness, there is any heat. This edema, redness, heat. Why? Why? And sometimes if you have heat or you have edema, it means this side still under pressure and not totally recovered from the previous position. You got my point? Okay? Then don't position the patient on this side if still feel edema or still feel redness or still there is like heat. Heat means that area still not totally recovered, still under loading. Still under. Don't position. Put the patient to the other side. Means assess the side before the position. Okay? This is stage 2. Stage 1 and 2 managed by nurse. No, now we have new plastic surgery doctor. This Dr. Adawla, her name. We make referral to her for the stage 3, 4, one stage. We'll not make referral to her for stage 1. Only if it's like complicated, okay, feed discharge, okay, infected, okay, we can refer her to stage. But for her only for stage 3 and 4. But also plastic surgery making ground every Monday to all pressure ulcer, to all patients in the unit, to all stages. And even you are coming, like in unit, for example, unit 2, we have only one patient with stage 2. Okay? We call her to come on Monday. And Monday they come to all patients with pressure ulcer, regardless of the stage. Okay? But for us, we manage stage 1 and 2. Okay? Stage 3, يعني dermis و epidermis, subcutaneous tissue, is bone and tendon, muscles exposure? No. Part of the subcutaneous tissue. Okay? Like, في soft tissue?
Yes.
Yes, some. في soft tissue. في undermining cutaneous?
Yes.
يعني undermining cutaneous و soft tissue mainly start with the stage. Okay? Then stage 4.
Until the bone.
Stage 4,
Until the bone tender.
dermis or epidermis, subcutaneous tissue, muscles, tendons, and bone. Okay, reach deep. Okay, deep. We also soft tissue, sometimes neck tissue, and undermining and that. Okay, the treatment of the stage 3 and 4 is mostly testing. Okay, and all this in the flow sheet and the wound assessment. Okay, what we are going to do for the stage 3 and 4. The dressing about these 3 and 4, but most important is the packing of the soft balls and avoid any dead space. Okay, the last one is unstageable. What do you mean by unstageable?
If there is stage 3, stage 4, stage 2, or big wound.
Yeah, when they said that this stage, this point is unstageable. What do you mean unstageable?
We cannot see what
We cannot stage.
Yeah, we cannot
I don't know. Maybe it's stage 3. Maybe it's stage 4. That means we cannot stage. Why? Why we cannot stage?
you cannot see the depth because the stuff.
Very good. Because unknown depth. It's called what? Unknown depth. Because I don't know what is like we have layer covering the base of them, and I don't know what is under. This. Always, yeah. You feel always fun. When I see the unstaged bit, this is always involuntary for me. Try to remove this. Yes, I have feel that. Try if you can remove this layer. Always like this. This is the anesthesia. Okay. What we need for this patient?
Central.
Okay, for debridement. We have type of we have chemical and surgical debridement. Okay, chemical we have some enzymatic medicine. Okay, we can put on these layers. Okay, and make like chemical debridement. And if the chemical debridement is not effective, we need to go to the sharp surgical debridement. Okay. Then what next? That's called is suspected deep tissue injury or called deep tissue injury. Okay, deep tissue is deep tissue is discoloration. Okay, discoloration of the or of the discoloration like trauma sometimes like ecchymosis, discoloration. This is called what suspected deep tissue injury. We see now the picture. Okay, all these stages. Okay. Most important, you have to know how to differentiate between the stages. All the protocols, all the standing orders, it is already in the wound assessment. What we need only to read and to follow the instruction that is mentioned on this form. Okay. So also we have two types. We have community acquired and you have cause of this pressure injury, and also the stages. All this in the flow sheet. And on the flow sheet also we have the body chart to mark where is this pressure injury, where it is located. We have to put on the body chart. And we have something called skin peel or skin tear. Skin peel or skin tear, it is not pressure injury. And when you have any skin peel, skin tear, don't put me stage 2 or stage 1. All skin tear is not, of course, we cannot stage, but of course not stage 1 because there is skin peel already. There is skin prick. Okay, but if you have skin peel, okay, or skin tear related to the any removal of any adhesive dressing, please don't stage it because these stages we talk about it is stages of pressure injury, and this is not pressure injury. Okay. Skin tear, you can document, even you can document in this form, but don't put stitch. Cannot be stitch. Like in mucosal, pressure injury, mucosal. Okay, like مثلا on the because of the nasogastric tube you have, but this is cannot be stitch. Okay, it can't be stage 2 or stage 3 or okay. This is mucosal membrane pressure, okay, but it cannot be stitched. Also because مثلا on the penis because of the follicle, okay, this cannot be stitched. Or anus, okay, because of the rectal tube. Or the in mucous membrane, it's called mucosal pressure injury. It is called mucosal membrane pressure injury. It is not cannot be stitched. Like the skin tear cannot be stitched.
Diabetic foot is not considered as a
it's diabetic foot. You cannot also, it is not like pressure injury and cannot be stitched. Okay? Yeah. Make like quick